Hey guys, this is your boy Markcoos. Welcome back to the Markcoos Mafia, episode number 66, I believe. But yes, this episode, if I can remember correctly, is really good. If I can remember correctly, I mean, you never know. But yeah, like the last episode we bought Inler at the end. Inler is an absolutely fantastic acquisition because I know I've played with who has he played for again? Napoli. I've played with them so much offline that I know how good he can be. So in the first match of this episode, we had a rating. We went up against this guy with a rating of 558, and he had a very good team. He had a Bona, Walker, he had Mascherano, Kelsa, Sessignon, Ngzogbia, Rossi, Eto. No sign of Van der Merch anywhere, and I was just like, yeah, this is what it was good. But I mean, like, he had Sacco, and I had to change my team about a bit. I mean, Johnson and Johnson and Crescito were my two centre backs, so it was always going to be a bit more difficult against the likes of Eto, Rossi, and Nzogbia. So, of course, getting into this match was always going to be a pain. But I mean, of course, as you can see there, he had Kabul and Mamadou Sakho were on red form, so it was like, oh god, I was like, oh well, that's going to be a bit retarded. But from the kickoff, I was really spammy. The first goal I scored literally in the second minute. Hamsik just plays the ball through to Benzema, and I was like, I'm having none of this crap because I know you're going to play it through to Eto over and over again, mate. So Benzema pops into the back of the net like the boss that he is, and Benzema has scored. So, like, I'll be first to say it was a very spammy like goal there. But Hamsik here has a nice shot, and his De Sanctis made an absolutely great save for him. But I mean, the game wasn't particularly too exciting. There were some chances for both teams, but like this was a really nice, well worked play. Cassano gets thrown on goal. I really should have shot. I don't know why I decided to try and run around the keeper, and it just didn't work for me. So in the 18th minute here, Hummels is on the ball, and for some reason he just decided not to play it. And I think it's Hulk gets thrown on goal. No, Villa gets thrown on goal, and Hurtsurugu is just like, I can do. If the Sanctus can do whatever he can do, I can do it better. So yeah, and then again, Villa was thrown on goal, and bloody hell, Surugu is just so good. He's been probably the best acquisition for a keeper I have. But eventually, I'm gonna have to buy a backup keeper because I don't actually have one. So that was always a bit more difficult. But in the 32nd minute here, Cassano gets thrown on goal, and I think this time I shoot, and his keeper makes an absolutely great save, and then he clears it really, really, really luckily to it's just past Benzema. But from this, he actually goes on, and I think he scores here because Crescito doesn't kick the ball for some ridiculous goddamn reason. No, he doesn't score actually. Crescito makes an absolutely great save. What am I talking about? Great tackle, sorry. But from that, at halftime it was 1-0. I've had 3 shots, 3 on target. He's had 4 shots, 3 on target. So like the game's relatively even. It's really good pass completion. If I remember correctly, other than the spam through ball which I had, there wasn't that too much spam. There was a little bit of spamming, like of course as it is, but there wasn't too much of it, which it was relatively surprising really. But here Crescito does really poor in defending. Sirigu, even after all the praise gave him, he palms it straight to Sessignon, who pops into an empty net. But from kickoff, I was like, I'm having none of this because I'm not dominating you, but I played well. And Cassano plays Benzema for on goal, and Benzema actually pops into the back of the net like a boss that he is. So if that annoys you, just screw you. No, it's not a joke. But yeah, Crescito gets taken out here. Baines takes the penalty, and I actually pop into the back of the net because penalties are not difficult at all. I really should have given it to Benzema to give him his hat trick, but I was like, no point. So full time result was 3-1 to me. He had 11 shots on target. I had 8 for 7, 83 pass completion from myself, and 66 pass completion from him. So if the man of the match with Benzema, of course, was 7.0 rating, and I got 3.4 million from that match. So with that, I had 5 million. I released Glenn Johnson because he ran out of contracts, and then he wasn't particularly. He was an alright player. I'm not going to say he's the best player, but he's an alright player. And I was going to pick between Koscielny and Paulo Cannavaro, and I actually went out about Paulo Cannavaro. Now you're going to be like, what are you doing? Now, about Paulo Cannavaro, because I just wanted to try someone different at the back, because I just have. Everyone has pace, and I know, yes, you need pace to win games and all that stuff, but I might as well experiment because PES 2014 will be coming out in a couple months, so I might as well try some stuff, a little bit different things. So this guy, the second opponent we faced in this episode, had a bit of a ridiculous team. He had Van der Merch on the bench, has Pereira, and like the usual. He's got Buffon, Mamadou Sakho, Thiago Silva. He's got Iniesta, Hazard, Walcott, Martins, Neymar. He's playing like a 4-1-2-1-2, but it's more just basically like a 4-1-3-2, which is what it says there. But like Hazard and Walcott would really be playing as the strikers rather than midfielders. So with that being said, I messed up the start of the match because there's no point. There's no point in showing it. I did show the kickoff, but I was talking over it. But Sorsey gets played for on goal, and he makes the keeper makes an absolutely great save. But this guy, he did like to spam the through ball through to Martins and all the like. But Martins chips the post. I think it's Martins or Neymar chips it, and it hits the post. Really, fortunately for me. And then Sorsey gets played for on goal, and Sorsey pops into the back of the net. And Sorsey is probably the best bargain buy I've ever bought ever. I mean, look at his pass completion was really low, 61%. Mine was 80, but it was a relatively good game. But this game did not end well for me. Did not end well at all. Here, I don't know how Lampard did not score. I mean, it was a great shot. I don't know how he didn't score there. But yeah, 79th minute of the match. He's on the ball with Neymar. He plays a relatively good ball. Baines sort of messes up, and I think it was Alexis Sanchez who scored. And then literally 2 minutes later, Alexis Sanchez had just come off the bench. He runs down, plays the ball through to Neymar. Neymar pops it into the back of the net, and Alexis Sanchez just sort of ruined me. But in the 87th minute here, Jovetic on the ball, and I'm about to run through on goal. He fouls me, and from the free kick, I think it is Leighton Baines. I really should have scored this. Baines to Inler. Inler has a shot. Buffon makes a great save, and Baines volleys it wide. Oh well. So, with that being said, he won 2-1. He had 6 pass completion, 4 shots, 3 on target. So, it was a relatively even game, and Alexis Sanchez got man of the match after coming off the bench with like 15 or 20 minutes remaining and actually changing the game completely. So, fair enough to him. And with that, I got 1.7 million from that match. So, into the last match of the episode, and this guy, I need to remember these things, man. I need to stop it, but yeah, the guy had a really good team. He had a team strength of 821 and a rating of 549. It's really weird because whenever I see a guy who has a less rating than me, I bet he has a better team. And this guy did have a better team actually. He had Sergio Ramos, Eto'o Sanchez, Hulk, Pedro, Guarin, and he did not have Van der Merch on the bench, so that wasn't too bad. I mean, that's always one good thing you want to see. So, with that being said, in the 12th minute of the match, Cassano takes a corner kick. Benzema can't get his head to it. Eventually, it comes to Ivanovic, and his keeper makes an absolutely great save. And then Benzema tries to get another shot in, and he just goes on the counter-attack. So, in the 16th minute here, Benzema on the ball. He plays a nice little chip through ball through to Cassano. Cassano should have scored. I don't know why I took an extra touch. And it's Gaetan actually with his right foot rather than his left foot, which is a bit weird because Gaetan can't take anything with his right foot. It was pretty awkward, really. But here, Sorsey gets a goal. It's really, really, really nice bullet goal. I think Sorsey was on form, so that made it a little bit more easy for me to score any goals with anyone. But then he sort of just ran past me all, and then he played a triple through a low cross, and it was really poor from Hulk, who just doesn't get his foot on it. That just happens way too often in PES. But in 37th minute here, Gaetan on the ball. He just runs down the wing because nothing can stop Gaetan because Gaetan is the best. And then from the corner kick, I hit in with Cassano again as he's my corner kick taker. Sacco heads it straight to his goalie, and his goalie just throws it out to me, and Benzema just pops it into the back of the net. And I was just like, oh god. So 2-0 up against this guy. He had a pretty good team, but I knew for a fact he could just spam it whenever he wanted to. The pass completion was absolutely dreadful in this match. And of course, I'm playing with my new controller now, so it was alright, but I mean, I had to get used to using a new controller. It's always a bit difficult because it wasn't a DualShock controller, it was one of the fake ones, so that was a bit annoying. But in the 50th minute here, Sorsey gets through on goal. Sorsey scores, so 3-0 up. 57th minute, Sorsey on the ball, plays a nice ball to Hamdrik, who has a shot. His shot is insane. His shot is so powerful from any distance. But yeah, in the 67th minute, he brought in some substitutions. Really quite poor defending for me. He gets a shot, but he doesn't score. And in the 77th minute, I don't know what he was doing here with Pedro. He was trying to play with me and failed so goddamn badly. Crescito tries to clear it, comes back to Pedro. Pedro, he did some good job, but I mean, Sergio again, being the boss that he is, just stops it. And that was that. So I won 3-0. Did I really deserve to win 3-0? Well, not really. The game was unbelievably close. I mean, I had 11 shots. We both had 11 shots. I had 10 on target. He had 8. My pass completion was absolutely dreadful. Cersei was man of the match with a 7.0 rating, and the majority of other players had quite low ratings as well. Got 3.2 million from that match, so it wasn't too bad. And that was about it, if I remember correctly. This is just me looking at contract lines. So, yeah. So, if you have enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel for more, and catch you later.